Boom. Welcome to the RTM Podcast Show, Season 2, Episode 9. Don't know, Big Bad Spray, Young Spray. And with my co-host...
Grime. Hi, everyone.
See how she's working with Cream now. See how she's working with Cream now, like Cream. You get what I'm saying? No more Queen Ice Cream.
Queen Ice Cream.
Like, before it was Queen Ice Cream, so a long thing.
No,
but yeah,
wasn't.
now it's Cream. You get me? She realizes
Didn't
Cream.
you say Cream to me earlier?
Nah, cool, not Cream.
What?
Today's special guest, we got legendary, in my eyes, and in Cream's eyes.
Come on.
And you see me?
Appreciate that,
come
my
on.
brother.
Done now.
Much appreciated.
Likewise. Old school, Grime MC. Because you see what it is now. Like, obviously, you know, we have different guests.
Yeah.
I know you've been following the show because Cream told me.
Yeah.
And so we have different guests and we should give them their flowers and all that. But I think people should get flowers for even the hard work they put in.
Exactly.
In the scene. You get what I'm trying to say?
100%.
So, and like, you've always interacted with the show and you said that you'd like to come on the show.
Yeah.
Which, so yeah, I respected that. And I thought, nah, Cream, let's have him in. I checked out all what you've been doing lately and all that. See, you're very articulate.
Very.
Talk very well. So I thought, it'll work well. And but obviously I know all the artists you've worked with, and because obviously you know North Star, we was out from how long, so I kind of know your background. But we're gonna start with just letting them know your background and where you're from, you know what I mean, where you was born.
That's it.
Durrty
Skanx for those who don't know.
Yeah, I'm saying.
No, it's real. I started doing grime at a very young age. Let's say the age of 14.
Where was you born? Let's start from the start.
I was born in Hammersmith Hospital in West London. But obviously I grew up in Harsden or wherever else it is. I went to a primary school in Harsden called Furnace. With everybody else. You get me?
Come on.
You get me? Everybody knows.
You said Furnace.
Yeah, so I went to school in Harsden. But at a young age I moved to Hackney. So when I moved to Hackney when I was going on 8 years old. So
how was your family life? Because you're moving fast still, you know.
Yeah, this is let's say from the beginning, I was living with my auntie I was like the age of 1.5.
Okay.
So that's why I was living in Harsden. Obviously, mum sorting out life. You know, they came over at an early age or whichever. My mum's quite old. My mum's 73 this year. Well, 74 this year.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So they're a bit more.
Where's your mum born?
My mum was born in Guyana.
Okay.
My parents are from Guyana.
Right.
So they came over, they was doing the things, obviously I've got elder siblings and whatever, but at the time I was living with my auntie from near enough birth, let's call it 1. So I was living in Harsden, went primary school down there, and then eventually went back to my mum at about the age of 7, 8 years old. She was already living in Hackney at the time.
Right.
She was already there, she had my little brother there, and obviously set up her foundation in Hackney.
Could you remember your thoughts at that time? Like, how was you as a kid? Was you a happy child?
Do you know what? I like these kind of conversations because you know if we get into the real of it.
Yeah,
you see,
it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, at that
different,
time,
if not weird.
I would say going to primary school in Harsden, I was a happy kid because at the time I was well educated or whatever. For those who don't know, my brother was playing professional cricket for England.
Okay.
So this is early 90s, Chris Lewis.
Come on, I know Chris Lewis. Was that your brother?
That's my brother.
I didn't know
That's
that.
what I'm saying. So
how much brothers and sisters have you got?
There's 5 of us in total. Yeah.
Come on, fam. I used to think I could play cricket, you know.
Yeah,
come on, Brian, Laura, they come on.
That's what I'm saying.
So
I grew up with all the cricketers and all that around me. So at a young age, I was a little bit privileged, a little bit, if you know what I mean. So going to school, whatever else in the end, I was still alright, if you know what I mean. I didn't have it hard, if you know what I mean.
Are you the middle child or younger?
Yeah, I'm the middle child, so I'm the second to last child.
Right.
So going up in school, I was alright, to be honest with you. I didn't really have problems. I made friends with everyone else, and I was alright, if you know what I mean. I wasn't the snub-nosed kid either, because we wasn't prim and proper like our noses were in the air, because my brother was a celebrity.
Yeah.
We were still very much in the ends, you get me? It was just that my brother was one of the first people in the ends of a drop-top Lexus in the 90s, you get me?
Yeah.
So, like, black man anyway. So it was a little bit different. So we got respected in the ends a little bit differently when we go to the barbers. When we go, doctor says, "Oh, your brother's."
Yeah.
So you get treated a little bit differently. So growing up
at them times, there weren't bare black people playing for England.
Or sports.
But even playing for England
in any sports, it wasn't really a major thing. So my brother was kind of one of the first anyway. So
well-known black man.
Yeah. So when I moved to Hackney now, bear in mind, in Hackney, nobody gives a fuck about cricket.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing football, To be honest with you, when I moved to Hackney, it's the first time I saw interracial relationships.
Right.
In Harsden, like back in the day, it was black people with black people.
Cricket, your granddad.
You didn't really see a white woman
everyone.
walking down the road too tough or whatever else it is growing up. So when I moved to East London, it was like this cricket thing that I'm dreaming of doing and trying to be because I used to play like regularly, going to training at a young age and whatever else it is. I reckon I would have been a professional cricketer if I didn't move.
Okay.
Like it was that real.
Yeah.
So going to East kind of just changed everything because what I enjoyed doing in Northwest was no longer there. My friends weren't there. I'm now living with my mum, who I'm not used to.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
See, in Northwest, yeah, how is the difference? Like, how you was living in Northwest, yeah? How was the change to when you came to Hackney? Was it like, did you drop down a class? Not to be rude or anything. No.
I
think I'm
think
trying to say, were they the same levels of
no.
like,
Do you
money
know what?
or?
In regards to how the ends was, there wasn't much difference.
Okay.
It was just me getting used to the fact that we're both black, but you sound like you're white.
Okay. Do
you understand what I'm saying?
More of
to
a
you?
culture difference.
Yeah, sweet, man.
Yeah.
But all of that, I never heard that shit before in my life, so it threw me off. When I'm going to school and I'm hearing black people from the East End, late 90s or whatever else it is, it sounds different.
Like fish and
like,
chips,
fish and
mate.
chips, mate. And
Come on,
fish and
geezer.
chips where?
Come on,
like, the
geezer.
most man know about chips is Sam's blood. Like, do you know what I'm saying to you?
Yeah,
So-
now I'm from Walthamstow, so I'm on that
you
fish
see what
and
I'm
chips.
saying? No, but this is what I'm saying. So for me, it was
I know what he's on
like,
about
Kilburn know
still.
about
almost
it,
like a culture
Kilburn.
change. Do you know
Yeah, I
what I
know
mean?
what
For
you
me, a
mean.
little bit.
Yeah.
So bear in mind, the age gap between my brothers, it's not like I'm going there when I've got older brothers who are working. My brother's a big man. My brother's 20 years older than me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying to you? He's old enough to be my father. So it's not like I'm going there with older brothers and family members and
have to
I'm
find
going
your
to
own
East.
little way.
I'm in London Fields. So as you know, I'm going London Fields Primary School with everybody. So now they call me the youth from West. They're not respecting this Northwest thing. Like it doesn't exist over there.
Yeah.
It's just West,
you're just
North,
West.
East, South,
Yeah.
West.
That's it. There's no Northwest. You're just West. The youth from West. So now I'm going to the school. My energy's changing. So before I'm happy in school and I'm doing my thing and my work's good and whatever else it is. Now I don't
More
like none of
reserved.
these youths. I'm more reserved or whatever else it is. I don't really feel like I've got friends. And there was one youth, never forget one youth called Kasim Richards, He was like the little classroom bully. I'm saying in my head, I'm going to fuck this youth up one of these days, you know. But I never thought about fighting and all of these things. But you see, when I went to East, it's like, rah, I've got to do something. Because I got a little brother who's not on none of this. He's very soft. Very, 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 very soft at times. So I'm saying, I'm not going to be doing this fighting my whole life. I'm happy. I don't even want to be in East London. How about that? I don't want to live with my mum. I don't want to be in East London. This is just fucking up everything.
Why do you want to live with your mum?
Because remember, I'm used to my
You preferred
auntie.
it down
I've been
the
with
other
my
bit,
auntie.
yeah.
So, and on top of that, my auntie was like the complete opposite of my mum. So my auntie was the person that would come and tie my shoelaces, and if I'm not eating, she'll come and rub my head.
Pamper
And
you.
Who was more strict?
My mum.
Strict.
What? I never saw
So it
this
was
until I moved to my
different
mum's.
runnings when you got to your mum's.
Mum were on that, and it wasn't overly excessive, but the shit that my auntie would tolerate, my mum's not hearing for a split second, blood. It's a complete opposite. So now when I'm getting rossed up in East, there's no one to save me. You see what I'm saying? So all I want to do is leave, blood. All I want to do is leave. But where am I leaving to go, blood? I'm 8, 9. Where am I going? You know what I mean? So I had a major change in my energy going to East London at the time, to be honest with you, still.
Did you get into any trouble with the law?
Do you know what? The funny thing is, not really. I was in badness. I caught up in bare badness in East London, to be honest with you. Growing up in Fields, it was almost hard not to.
So that was London Fields, that's the primary school?
Yeah.
And then, so where did you go secondary school?
I went to school in Dalston. I went Kingsland High School.
How was that?
That was very ghetto. Very, very, very ghetto. I see teachers get mash up firework fights in school, all type. It was like something you'd see on TV, I swear to God. Kingsland High School was the maddest thing. And then I got moved to a school in Stepney. You know Sir John Cass in Whitechapel. Yeah, Whitechapel.
What is that? Northwest? Where's that?
That was in East as well. That was
okay.
East as well. But that area was heavily populated by Bangladeshi people.
Right.
Them times, late 90s, they hated black people. As in, they would come outside of the school and beat up black boys.
So why did you move to that school? Did you get
my mum
kicked
moved
out?
me there.
Oh, she
my
moved
mum
you.
moved me there because the school was just going to shit anyway. Like Kingsland High School was going to shit. There was no education going in. It was one of them schools where you could wear trainers.
Yeah.
And like whatever.
Yeah.
So there was no sort of real
She didn't
structure.
see her son excelling or anything.
And there was a little Turkish who used to live next door to my mum who used to go to the school that she wanted me to go to. And now when he's coming back, there's a swimming pool in our school.
Yeah.
Mum's like, fuck this, man. You're going with the Turkish youth to that school. Not realising that when I go there, I've got to fight Bangladeshi boys every day. Like, it's long. They're coming outside of school at 3:05. We're in their ends. And they're literally picking out black boys and rassing them up. The same youth that was in your class in maths, the Asian youth, was chilling and laughing with you, has now joined the pack. Yeah. He's now joined the pack after school.
Mind games.
But if I'm lying and flying, bro, do you know how much man I see get mashed up in school? Like, that's East London changed everything for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, see how I had to move, how I had to protect myself. Cause I remember, I didn't have a bag of cousins that I could phone or whatever else. It was just 1 or 2 men from school. So, for me, my whole mindset had to change because even with going to school, I'm seeing it as my little brother's coming here in 3-4. There's 4 years between us. I ain't got time for this coming back to the school to fend for my brother and all. I ain't got time. I'm leaving a legacy now. So when my brother comes here, that was
so your brother weren't even there?
No, because when I was in year 11, my brother started year 7.
Right.
So I'm leaving now. Do you know what I mean? He's going through his journey now. Do you know what I'm saying to you? So I kind of made it in a way where in school, I started getting suspended in like year 8, year 9. When I moved to that school, because I was literally holding some of these Asian youths in class and mashing them up, so I'd get sent home early. You know what I mean? So you ain't getting me after school to mash me up and all of this rah. If you troubled me yesterday, cool. Tomorrow morning, before reception, there wasn't registrations done, I broke you up in class in front of everybody. Everyone. I get suspended, I'm at home for 3 days. But by now, people are starting to respect me because there's not many men from Hackney going to these schools. So it's the odd African youth who's just come into the country, who's going to the school, who's not really on the fighting thing or whatever. There's not black boys in the area.
In your school, blood, see my school, when them Africans coming over, blood, they was on fighting.
Yeah, but I'm saying there was a few of them in your school. In my school, we was the minority. So the school was predominantly, I'm talking like proper stats, it was like 76% Bengali boys that went to the school. The rest was the odd Turkish youth, whatever else it is. So the odd black youth that was going there.
And then they had other ones coming after
I'm saying to you, yeah, so, and the school across the road was Stepney Boys, which was an all boys Bengalis only school. So if they all lived in the same area together, regardless if you went that school, they're all brethren's blood. And they're just here to mash man up. They're listening to Tupac in their little BMWs or whatever when it's Diwali, but they're mashing man up because you're black, fam. So,
did you have a girlfriend in school?
Nah, I wasn't that you know. The girl never really liked me like that in school still. I wasn't that
I was going to ask you if you had a little Bengali girl.
No, man, I didn't still.
Okay, so when did you get, after you left there, so how was your brother's run? Was he alright at school? Did he get
My
on
little brother
alright?
was alright. In regards to secondary school, he was, like I said, he was quite smart and academically smart. So he was always flourishing in classes. And now he's like a pastry chef and all of these kind of things. So he was quite close to mum and always wanted to watch mum in kitchen or whatever. So he was, I didn't really have to, obviously the odd time. Or whatever.
But he wasn't that worried about it.
Yeah, I weren't really worried about him because his headset was always different.
So when did you start thinking about music, getting into music?
Do you know, I started that in school. When I was in that secondary school, in Stepney, there was a bunch of youths, to be honest with you, that was in like the year below me, and there was a youth called Chris who had decks at home. I didn't really have no music training like that or whatever else it is, but he had one decks and he had a tune, He had that garage tune, Pac-Man. I don't know if you remember it. Listen, that garage tune, that was the only record he had. And he went there and I said to man, saying, we're going to go and practice MCing, because them times their man's listening to on radio and all of this kind of stuff or whatever. The man them's going to radio sticks, Meridian and all of these crews or whatever. Man say, nah, man, I want to MC, blood. You get me? I hear these youths over talking on the bus back there going to Chris's yard. These times I ain't really friends with them. I'm older. So they're not really my bridge. I said, what? These times I'm a bit like, not the bully, but I've got the rep in the school, you get me? So if I say I'm coming. No one's going to argue with me too tough. Hey, these man talking about going to MC. I said, yo, I'm coming. Went to this yard, Chris's yard, and they had the one record, bro. And my man would mix the one record with some other tune that his mum had and would speed it up at 140 because there was an instrumental side of it. And he would mix between the two tunes. And these men were practicing writing their lyrics and that. So I just started writing my little bars, not realising that you had to write in 8, 16, 24. I'm writing 9 bar, 30. I'm just writing. You know them ones, they're just writing. So one of the men said to me, yo, now you got to structure it 8, 16, boom, boom. See, from I learned that was it. Like from 14 years old, I just started penning. And we just used to go to his house. His mum used to just let us come in there and just record on tape and all of these things until you get a little buzz and you get to go to a radio station. I think Deja was one of the first stations we went on.
Simple.
You know what I'm saying? So it started from then,
How old was you when you first went on Deja?
I was 15. I was 15 the first time I went on Deja, and it was mad scary because Deja it wasn't even on that rooftop at the time. At the time, it was in some block, in some estate. You remember the rooftop, right? So it was in some estate. But bro, I remember going into this estate, we had some idiot slot, like one of them 11 to 1 a.m. slots. So I've gone to this estate, and there's bare youths outside. Bare man smoking weed. I'm not even smoking it. I was with two youths that weren't on nothing. They just wanted to MC, bruv. You know them ones there, they were shook. I think my mind serves me right, one of them ended up getting robbed after we left the station. It was that deep. Like them times there, if you either took the risk or you were just at home MC. It was one of them ones that you had to go to these little blocks and night bus to this ends and whatever else it is, because no one's driving these times, bruv, for this MC and thing. Cause it was new. It didn't even have a name these times. It didn't even have a name. So really, it was just taking the risk, really.
And then, so what was your next step? Like,
I think, like I said, it was just a matter of MCing constantly. You grow a love for it, innit? Like you start swapping tapes with people, and you realise that there's other crews outside of the nasty crews and the roll deeps and whatever else it is, and there's other people that are trying to get into these places. So for me, it was youth clubs were a major thing. They played a major part in my career, to be honest with you. So as much as I started going on radio and stuff, radio wasn't what put me into the limelight, sort of. It was me going back to Wembley Club, going to this youth club in Wembley, and shelling off, because bear in mind, this time's in Northwest, unless you were doing bashment, no one cared. So it was just about that.
Mad because I remember the youth club.
Granville. That side, Granville.
I remember the youth club days.
You already know.
I remember the youth club days, And like I was thinking the other day, like, because obviously a lot of them have closed down now and all that, And I was thinking, like, do you think like that's got something? Well, obviously it's not got.
In regards to what, the road?
Yeah, you know, like even for instance, like, see, like when man used to go youth club, like, there used to be like youths from up the road, like, I'm from Walthamstow, there used to be youths from like Drive, youths from like basically all around Walthamstow, innit? So it's like, you know, everyone from everywhere, like bad people from, if you're bad, you know, bad guys from everywhere, if you're good, you know, whatever. But I'm saying now, because there's none of that, it's like all ends are kind of separated within the ends.
I think it plays a major part.
That's why they end up beefing.
I think it plays a major part. For me, to be honest with you, see, like, if the money became long, like that, I would definitely open up a few youth clubs or whatever else it is. Because for me, as much as, all right, I didn't always go on the trips that they went on and all of them kind of things there. For me, it played a major part in me building a name within the ends. Let's say, for example, me going to Tavistock, because, you know, in Northwest, we had Tavistock and we had Wembley Club, we had Granville, and there was another one. I can't even remember what it was called. But you see, if you was like the top dogs in any of them places there, then you start getting bookings for like Bigger Fish and whatever else it is. So now your name's on a flyer with Bashi or Fleur D or whatever else it is. Now people from your school or your college, why you was so your thing's starting to build now for the back of the youth club team. It was the same thing with me in East London. So for me, it was East London. It was weird because it was almost like I was playing mind tricks from early. Because you see in Northwest, in regards to the music thing, they respect East, North and South a lot in regards to when people are doing things, especially back in the day. So you see, if you was from East and you was a Lethal B or a blah blah or a North Star or whatever else it is, it was almost like you lot already made it. You see what I'm saying to you? So for me being from East London, they always looked at me as like, oh, you must know Wiley and Kane over DWE and them man there. So they would give me a certain level of respect and put me on certain flights from early, not realising I don't know none of them man over there, bruv. I'm just trying to ting, and I never met none of them artists yet. I'm just from East and I'm trying to ting, but because they have this stigma of East London MCs have already made it, I'm doing well in Northwest. Now in Northwest, I mean in East London, they're seeing me as the guy from West. So they're not really rating my ting like that. Because they don't rate the West London ting. Remember, it's all West. There's no Northwest. It's just West. So I've got a kind of, brother, you know my mum lives in London Fields. Like, you know, like, I've almost got to detach myself from the Northwest in order to solidify myself in the East London. So it was having to play both sides of the fence in order for me to cut through and me be here where I am now, man.
How did you come up with your name?
Do you know what the maddest thing is? The Skanx, it was Skanx first, just by itself. I used to love Missy Elliott music videos.
Okay.
The music, listen, you see the way they used to do the synchronized body popping thing? Man used to be in front of the TV trying to copy these things, so I just got the name. Someone called me Skanx one day, and that was it. It stayed. And then
Can you still do that?
Nah, brother. You must want my sciatica. You must want to trigger my sciatica or something in this place today. But them days are over, blood. Yeah, but it started from
there.
there.
Have to be that mirror.
Alright, blood. Trust me. Listen.
You needed to call yourself Skanx after that.
Yeah,
still.
so that's what it was, and then yeah, obviously the MC and the name kind of just stayed with the MC, and then
you see that how you spell dirty, yeah?
Yeah.
Don't people get that mixed up with like dogs?
All the time, blood. Like you know, it used to jar me to the point I thought about changing my name altogether. But I thought, nah, like I'm me, bruv.
Yeah.
Like people know me and they know who I am. I can't change my name now. And if you look at him, he's got locks and a massive beard and all
legendary dogs. No, dogs never always had locks.
I know, but did I ever look like him? Never did I look like him. Ever did I look like him? But there's, bruv, there's bare shadows. There's bare ninjas. Why don't they ever get confused? You know them ones there.
Nah, Dogs is legendary.
Nah, he's a legend. He's a legend. And you know what it is? I think even listening to people like Dogs probably had a major influence on people, on my styles now.
Yeah, I was going to say, who was your like inspirations and that?
Back then, DW was probably the number one inspiration from UK artists anyway.
Yeah.
DW was my number one inspiration, to be honest with you.
It's who?
Yeah, that was the guy for me.
It's me.
Across the waters though, I would say it was Ludacris, Missy Elliott, Busta Rhymes and DMX were my four.
Okay.
Those are my four.
Yeah, I'll take DMX out of that. The others are mental.
Nah, do you reason why?
I was going to say
the others
quite.
The others are mental.
But if you look at it like this, take it like look, Ludacris, like for his clarity and punchline, and he was the person that always entertained girls.
Yeah.
He was the one that was talking to the girls from early. He's on swaggy hair out, girls. Like, you didn't have to. He wasn't on this gangster thing. His videos are cold. His videos were cold.
Busta Rhymes is definitely hard.
Busta Rhymes videos as well as Floss as whatever else. You can't disrespect it in any way.
And Missy Elliott was definitely
for creativity.
Creativity ahead of her time.
X.
You see, for me,
above all of them.
X for me, it was the delivery again. So for me, if I could mesh myself into all of these people into one, that's why I wanted to be as an artist. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
The emotions. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but this what I'm saying. The way he's story told and whatever else it is for me. If I could mesh myself into one, it would be all of those.
Biggie or Pac?
Ooh, I was talking about this the other day. I'm gonna say Biggie was easier on the air, but I'm gonna have to say Pac.
Okay.
Biggie was easier on the air for me.
Sometimes for a vibe, Pac for the message.
Yeah, because Biggie used to say some things that made me. I kind of listen to it as a grown man now. I'm like, brother, this was never okay.
Yeah.
I don't care how young you was or whatever else it is. Yeah. Who co-signed this line? So for me, I'll go with I'll definitely go with Pac on that one.
On a mad one, yeah. Because you said Biggie or Pac, yeah. I had these things written up in it. Remember what you done last time, yeah. So fuck it, man. Ketchup or mayo?
Ketchup, 100%.
You as well. Because I had to answer ketchup or mayo. Heinz or Hellman's mayo?
Both dead.
Hellman's
though.
Hellman's mayo.
Hellman's. Indian or Chinese?
Chinese. Ooh, Chinese, yeah.
It's a Chinese.
Where the Chinese?
Do you even pull it back? It's got to be Chinese.
Chinese. But a good Indian though. But a good Indian will kill it. Will be Chinese. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Yeah, I might allow cream for that one. Yeah, but the beat. You rather the beat or oral?
The beat. The beat. Yeah, the beat. 100% the beat. 100% the beat. Are you crazy? Nah, hold on. Why did I ever think about that? Definitely the beat. Are you alright?
The beat.
Yeah.
Coco. Okay, yeah. I tried to allow you, but she got in. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Saying that her heads, but yeah. Boom. Coke or Pepsi?
Both dead. Coke.
Coke or Pepsi?
I don't like that.
Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi. Coke.
Coke is
Coke.
Yeah, you're supposed to know that simple, but yeah, Coke. Ibiza or Mobs?
Marbella.
Ibiza or Mobs?
I ain't been to any.
But where would you rather go?
Well, I'm going Ibiza.
You'd rather go Ibiza?
I ain't been to.
Yeah, Ibiza's more party.
Yeah, and I'm not a party island guy.
Okay, cool.
I'm not the party island guy.
Mobs is more, is it me?
Or maybe Marbella then.
Dubai or the Caribbean?
Caribbean.
Obviously.
Have you done Dubai before?
No.
You've done Dubai, yeah.
But even though I know I like islands.
Yeah, no, Dubai is very nice.
You like weed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like hard food. I like steamed fish, and I like islands. I like scenes that are untouched. I don't really like built up places. So like like Vegas and that, I felt claustrophobic. I don't really like too much lights and stuff. I'm more like, looking at sunshine and sky and
I think Dubai might change your mind a little bit in regards to don't compare Dubai and Vegas. They're a little bit different.
No, when I said that, I'm just talking like built up places, like, you know what I'm saying.
But it has the elements of, I feel like Dubai, when I love Dubai. Dubai has the elements of the Caribbean to it. Right. It has a Caribbean feel to it, if you know what I mean. But with this 2020 feel, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
It ain't got a Caribbean feel still.
Not in regards to food or nothing like that.
No, but even the vibe.
Because even when I go America, I prefer
Caribbean is so much more free.
I prefer
Dubai ain't as free.
I'm nowhere near as free.
You get what I'm saying? Remember when you go Ireland,
I prefer LA. I prefer Atlanta.
I'm talking about vision wise. That's what I was talking about.
It's nice for motivation. You know what I'm saying? See motivation and just
I definitely
am. You know what I'm saying? For progress and. Yeah, every time I go to
anything more than 4 or 5 days over there.
When I go to Dubai, I come back and I feel, you know what I mean? I feel like, I need to get going. You get what I'm trying to say? It's got that effect. You get what I'm saying? I went there last year and I got going when I got back, and I'm still going. Alhamdulillah. But cinema and restaurant or raving and after party.
Do you know what the funny thing is? People, you know why people see me on this? They'll be like, let me hear what this fucker's gonna say. Because I'm that person that says I hate guys cinemas and restaurants with girls. I hate it.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I'd rather do activities.
Why do you hate it? Oh, okay.
I'd rather do something where we can't. Let's bowl and laugh. Or more interactive.
This is supposed to just be an answer still.
All right, cool.
But which one of the two?
So was it
cinema and restaurant or raving and after party?
Let's go raving and after party. Fuck it.
Cinema and restaurant, because I love food. I like sitting down, eating, talking.
Okay, yeah.
Cheese and onion or prawn cocktail?
Definitely prawn cocktail. 150%.
Cheese and onion.
And me. No, you need a chewing gum.
I'm
cheese and onion as well.
Cheese and onion. Like with a sandwich, don't piss me off.
I've never done that. I've never done that thing, that
what, the crisp in a sandwich?
You ain't been to the bin.
You ain't had a meal deal. It has to be cheese and onion crisp or salt and vinegar crisp.
You get me? Into the bin, but flipping ready salted or salt and vinegar.
Salt and vinegar.
Salt and vinegar still.
I'm ready salted over salt and vinegar.
Salt and vinegar.
Yeah.
Apple juice or orange juice?
Apple
juice.
Apple.
And no, I think orange juice,
Apple over orange.
I've just realised how indecisive I am with this just by listening to these questions. You know that?
Apple over orange. You get me? Still. But boom. I was supposed to do that after, but
that was alright though.
Let me just comes in. Let
me just fling it in. You get me?
But
getting into the new, because obviously they got to know you quickly. Boom. Grime artist. We're gonna get into what else you do and all that. Furthermore, what else do you do?
So currently, since the pandemic has happened, obviously a lot of people took changes in regards to how they adapted to what was going on. So I wrote a poem one evening. Obviously, she knows the story. So I wrote a poem one evening. I was literally sitting there and I was thinking about, the baby mother, baby father struggle. I wasn't necessarily going through it at the time. My son's kind of big, but I was just kind of thinking about how men feel. Because at the time, for some reason, I was having enough conversations with men who were going through it, but were trying to be fathers for some reason. Like since I started my show, especially, I was getting that conversation happening a lot. Like enough man was in my DMs about, brother,
what's your show?
So obviously I do Durrty Debates on Instagram Live every Sunday at 9 p.m. So we literally cover, and if I don't really cover the social media too tough, but I kind of touch on situations that you may have been through, or hood situations, or why you may feel about certain way about women or whatever else it is, just so we can get a bit of an understanding. I ain't got no degree in nothing, but it's just for everybody to have a conversation, and hopefully we can get a bit of a understanding and education from each other.
Is it more focused on men?
No, it's focused on everyone. Everyone. Okay, cool. Open to everyone.
Because I saw you got an award, didn't you?
Yeah, we won Listener's Choice podcast at the Appreciation Awards.
That's good.
This was a few weeks ago. So it's been massive. It's been massive. It's obviously had some form of an impact if we're winning awards. Do you know what I mean? So it's been a major thing. But
so back to the poem.
Yeah, so I wrote a poem at that evening, about 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I think I just posted it. I literally I wrote in my notes, and I just posted it on my socials. The feedback was mad, like it was mad, bigger than any music video I'd put out or whatever else. The feedback was crazy, and I was like, this is mad.
Yeah.
So I was sitting there, I was like, what am I going to do with this now? Because I've written it, and I'm not going to publish a poem or whatever else it is. How can I incorporate this into my music? How about what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little girl to read it. If I get a young girl to read it, it might have more of an impact if they hear it. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously you read something and everybody has their own take on how they read things. But if you hear it, maybe that emotion's going to give you a little bit something more when you hear it from this little girl's perspective. Because as much as it's about the baby mother and baby father, you're hearing it from the child's perspective.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying to you? So I said, all right, cool. Spoke to Cream. I said, Cream, I need your daughter to come in and read this for me, if you know what I mean. Brought her into the studio. She aced it. We was there for about an hour.
Went to Redman. Big up Redman.
Big up Redman as well for letting me record it there.
Studio.
Went to Redman studio. And yeah, she aced it. She literally, everything that I had written, she kind of nailed it exactly how I wanted to nail it.
And that was her first time in the studio, you know. She literally just went in.
And she did it. And yeah, she aced it, to be honest with you. Then I put the visuals out. I mean, I put the poem out with the audio on top of it, just to see what people were saying. Again, the feedback was good, and I was like, nah, do you know what? Maybe I want to do a little film, you know? Maybe if I put a little film together, but without people acting out the words too tough for the film, just more the audio behind it, like a narrative, like a narration book, if you know what I mean. So I said, all right, cool. So I got a few actors in, and I done the film. Bro, after I put out that film, the way people treated me, spoke to me, reached out to me about, I need advice about, and whatever else it is over the back of the film, was very, very crazy, to be honest with you. Honest to God truth, when I was writing it, I swear to God I had a tear in my eye, because I felt it when I was writing it, to be honest with you.
Poetry is deep still.
It's deep, it was deep. And then the feedback, big men that I knew that were on road, busting their gun or whatever else it is, were calling me brother. I swear to God, I'm not even lying to you, I watched that film and I cried a little bit. I was watching my daughter laying down in bed while I was watching the film and I was crying.
They could relate.
So they could, because it touched so many people. I was like, rah, this is crazy. Maybe I feel like I've got a little something here. Off of the back of that, I ended up doing 2 more films during the pandemic. And then I said, all right, do you know what, let me see how everyone sees it. So I did a cinema screening. We did the red carpet thing and whichever else it is. I hired a cinema in Brixton. And we sold out 2 screenings within the day. Had a total of like 170, I think it was 175 or 176 people in total that came out and watched the 3 films or whatever. And just from there, I felt like I had to not step away from the music, but I had something with speaking to people and showing people things or whatever else it is. Hence why I'm more into the podcast and I'm speaking to people about different things. And just this all stemmed from my little mental health moment. Do you know what I mean? All of
and
this.
being a bit transparent.
Yeah, and just being open and honest and not giving a fuck about what anyone's going to tell me. Because I was that guy that was, I'd cry today and punch you in your face. I don't really care. You know what I mean? So me expressing my emotions, don't make no one tell me about no alpha this and rah. Because you see why you're doing alpha and I kick you up.
Exactly.
What do we do now? What do we do now? Like, you know what I mean? So I don't really get it. So for me, I just got into a place of saying, fuck it with everything. Remember, I've been through the kidnapping, stabbed 24 times. I've been through bare things, bro. So for me, I just got to a place in my life where I'm saying,
so when did you get stabbed 24 times? You left that out of the story.
That was
just quickly, Carl.
2013.
What that?
So again, I was very much on the road, very much outside. I was doing the fraud thing, like cut along story, so we're really the most honest. We talk the things on here. So at the times I was doing the fraud thing, and at the time, I'll be real with you, the phone was probably doing close to £1,000 every other day. Do you know what I mean? At these times I'm young, 23, 24, not even 23, 24, like 21, 22 if I'm being real. And I'm mashing. Like all this Gucci and everyone's doing now, 10, 12 years ago, bro. Like all of this stuff. So at the time I was doing my thing, and obviously, you know, cut along story short, you know how people are. The funny thing is, it happened in Black Horse Road.
Oh shit!
It happened on Black Horse Road. It happened in Walthamstow.
No way.
So imagine that happened anyway, and that ended up just napping man or whatever, stabbing me out, boom, 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 boom. They didn't even getting nothing out of it. But that moment kind of made me look at everything differently.
How was your recovery? What happened?
Fucked.
Really?
Like physically, I was alright. Physically, like the healing took about 3 to 4 weeks. Because obviously I had all the little lacerations in my arms or whatever else it is, my little fractured knee or whatever. So the actual healing, physical healing, didn't take long. It took years. You see the mental. The PTSD was wild. like wild. I'm talking. I'm not even trying to stray away from the story of the films and that, but I'm talking wild to the point of choking my baby mum in her sleep because I'm dreaming that I've got the utes.
Mad.
Like I've woke up to the sound of coughing, extreme coughing. When I've woke up, I'm over her like this. Understand at this point, I'm saying to myself, I've got to leave this house.
That's how intense it was.
Bro, when I say to you, at that point in my life,
you knew
I'm going to murder anything that smells
If they push a button to there.
Smell, I beg you, look at me wrong. You know, like people like to look at you for two. You see, at that time in my life, I dare you. I didn't care about size, height, weight, police station outside of this, outside of here, there, whatever. You see, for what I went through at that time, I was ready to lick down anything that resembled. Like, you know, I was living it in my gut at them times there. I'm on mass murder. You see, if it weren't for my youth, like real talk.
You're talking to say,
no, but this is what I'm saying, in my gut.
You get what I'm saying?
I didn't give a fuck about nothing, no one, like... The only thing that you could say to me that would sort of make me listen for a split second was think about your youth. That was the only thing. Remember, I've got one youth, you know. No, you see, if you said youth, someone thought about maybe they would look after each other and all that. You see, because I had the one, that was the only thing that you could say to me to bring me down a notch. That was the only thing. Tell me about, think about your future and your future and career. What are you talking about? Man stabbed me 24 times and kidnapped me to me about future and career.
So did you know who done it?
I know where it stemmed from. I know where it stemmed from. So in regards to the youths,
what made you not retaliate?
Again, I had a lot of time to think, blood. A lot of time to think. That was the thing. So at that point, certain man them that I'm around, I'm expecting ride out talk because I'm on the block these times. I'm on. You know where I'm at. You know what I'm saying. So I'm expecting certain energy now. You see, when I'm looking around and bear in mind, I'm on crutches. I can't really walk too tough. And no one's really not talking about riding out too tough. This is a bit weird. The energy's not really the same. Tea times, I can't really go out the road and get food myself. No one ain't talking to me about, right, brother, do you need anything? You know them man, like, these man, it's money man that I'm round. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's got whips and jumping up the road quickly to go and get food. No one's looking at me and saying, yo, buddy, do you want? I'm not saying I ask you to pay for me because I'm going for, because I still got my own peas, blood. Don't get it twisted. Remember, this is why my situation is. I've got money. But no one's looking at me and asking me these things no more. Certain family members, blood, when I was in hospital, were saying to my other family members, let me know how it goes with him.
Mad.
Like, not even, I never got a phone call, not a rare. When I was in hospital that day, when I ended up getting taken to the hospital, it was my little brother and my little cousin who got his license probably 3 weeks before that, never been on the motorway before in his life, shook, scared, driving up the motorway to come and get man. You know them ones there? Because I ended up in Cambridge and all of that. You get me? Bruv, it was like, so it made me look at everything differently. All the P's and that I had, I'm thinking, I'm lying in the hospital in this Gucci t-shirt. Mr. Lewis, can you lift up your arms so we can take... No. They've got to cut you from here and open it up like this. So that $3 that you spent on that fancy t-shirt's done. Feds up here, they're at the police, the feds are in the hospital, they want your Jordans for forensics and all of this kind of stuff. Regardless if you're making mistakes, they've got to take your trainers and that because it's got blood on it and boom. The Jordans that you spent $2 on are gone. The mandem's not here. The P's is like, the P's don't make me feel good in this hospital right now. So it changed my perspective on everything and everyone.
The main subject today is money still, but God. So we're going to talk about it.
So it ended up making me change my entire perspective on how I saw people, blood. My brethren, my family members and everything around me. I'm thinking to myself, do you know what the worst part about it was? The P's didn't even make me happy. That's the realness of the situation. Blood. I've never been a person who's been overly happy by peace because I can go and do things now. Because I'm a person that I'm well connected, if I'm being honest. Not on no gangster team or whatever else it is, but I'm very well connected and a lot of people respect me for the way I deal with people and the things that I've done within, you know what I mean, or whatever. So I've never really struggled in order to be in that place or be in that room or whatever else it is because I can make the phone call and it's not really going to be an issue. Do you know what I'm saying to you? It's never really been a problem for me. So the P's never really made me happy or changed anything apart from the fact that now people are looking at me in raves when I'm doing 4 bags on champagne tonight. Do you know what I mean? Well, I wasn't that youth before. It was never really my thing. I never cared. Think about the youth that was in Harlesden, chilling, happy doing his books in Furness. Now I'm doing champagne campaign in East London because a man poked me up and I'm doing all this extra. It was 2 different people, blood. So at that stage, it was almost like I was trying to find.
It's so mad, Sorry.
Mikel again.
I saw a tweet the other day, and it said, black men deal with trauma by trying to get rich.
And do you know what? I somewhat agree.
Yeah. I kind of get it.
Now in hearing it, I get it.
It's like, I get it. Black men deal with trauma.
It doesn't change
by trying to get. It doesn't change it, but that's how we deal with it. Like, whether like, look, you're in there spending money, like, because it's like, you're traumatized, isn't it? But that's how we put it out naturally. You get what I'm trying to say? We want money because we want to hide it. We want to hide the trauma.
But I think obviously us, as you know, as a black man yourself, we wasn't trained to have those conversations. Father in the house or no father in the house, we wasn't trained to have these conversations about your emotions and how you feel about women falling in love, heartbreak, You never had those conversations with your father. Hold that rude boy. You see what I'm saying to you? Certain times getting thumped in your face, you can't even go and speak to nobody about it because what do you mean you got thumped in your face? What did you do? And there's certain things that you just can't express. So you hold on to these traumas or whatever else it is. Me personally, it's not until now that I realise, hold on a minute, I left my mum's house. I left my mum at 1. And I was with my auntie, and then I moved back to Air, and then I was over there, and then I went through this, and I did with racism, and did it.
You know what? Sometimes you're going through it, yeah. Like
it seems what normal.
You don't get to pray it. It's like you're on a treadmill. See, like you're on the treadmill, you're just going through it, and life is the treadmill. See, when you jump off that treadmill for a sec, that's when you now pray everything that's gone on whilst you was on that treadmill. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like you've gone through it. Yeah, you stayed with your mom, your aunt. You rather stayed with your aunt. Blah 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 blah. But then it gets to a point where you have to pray, like, what the fuck
has happened?
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah.
So, but you know what? In saying all of that though, as much as it sounds like I went through the madness, it makes sense. I got balance from being with my mum. You see the level of morals and standards that my mum kept in regards to keeping the house clean to a certain standard, and me having to do it for myself. I learnt all of that from my mum. It's not to say that my auntie doesn't keep them standards too, but she was more likely to do it for me.
Yeah.
Whereas my mum made sure that I did it myself. You see what I'm saying to you? So I learnt the balance in between the two, if you see what I'm saying. So I learnt that I could love and be expressive over here.
Yeah.
But I knew that I had to soldier up on this side as well. So I kind of got the balance and understanding
because
of
I feel like with your mum, it's more easier for her to give you that tough love because she's your mum. Whereas with your auntie, she might have felt sorry for you because you're like her little nephew. So, she kind of babied you up a bit more.
100%.
You know what I mean, innit?
100%, agree.
Where instead of giving you those skills like what you need. Do you understand? Because with parenting, you got to give tough love.
100%
because parents have to be parents. They're not your friends
100%.
all the time. Do you understand
100%.
what I mean?
Yeah. And like I said, I understand it now as a grown man. You see what I'm saying to you? Now I can look back growing up at the time. I don't know, blood. It was like, I don't know, being in Miss Trunchtables room, bruv. Like, it was mad.
Seeing, going back to what you said about the mental health thing with black men and all that, I think it's like widespread just because that's how we're brought up in it, to keep it in. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's like, even when I say things like man up, and like, I mean it coming from a black sense. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like,
because that's how we
you get what I'm saying? It's like, all right, cool, whatever's going on, as black people, man's taught to always put out the right face, innit?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And I still stand by that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I think like as men, that's something manly. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I get all the recent thing and mental health I get all of that, yeah. But just to me, I just think, all right, cool. Just do more introspection. Like, see, with me, I deal with things myself. Obviously, everyone's different, innit? Yeah. But it's like, I'll deal with things. I'll counsel myself. I don't want to talk to a counsellor because you don't know me. I don't know you. I don't want to tell you my stuff. I don't want to tell you. I don't want to tell you my problems or anything.
The thing about that is sorry, Durrty. But the thing about that, like when you said man up, remember when another episode we had this conversation about what it takes in order to raise a man.
Yeah.
So if a man hasn't been given those skills or grew up missing those things, and you tell him to man up, he doesn't even have the skills to man up.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like a lot of the thing with adulthood. What I've learned getting older is that you've got to, when you see somebody, you have to look back in order to see how, to understand the person who they are. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because of a lot of the things that happened to you when you was younger kind of
100%
builds the way that you deal with things when you get older. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you get me? So that man up situation, I totally get it because that's how I was raised. You know, like men have to be men. I totally hear that. but not everybody was raised the same way.
I think most men, if we're really deep in it, a lot of the time we know that most men didn't have fathers in the household. So if you really check it, most men never had the tools to learn how to be men from anybody, really and truly. We learned via our experiences. Myself, I never had my dad in the household. So anything that I ever went through in regards to loving a woman, being heartbroken by a girl in college or whatever else it is or whatever, I never got to express those emotions anywhere, or nobody sat me down and said to me, listen, you know, at some stage of your life you're going to start liking girls
like
and
this
and blah, blah, blah.
Never came with instructions.
It never came with instructions. So in regards to people telling me how to man up or whatever else it is, me manning was me walking through life by myself, you know what I'm saying to you, and carrying on. So even down to things like when I have most of my followers are women. Now, a lot of the time I have conversations with these women about the fact that most men aren't taught how to look after women or treat women. Your mum will tell you.
Because they didn't see it.
You know what I'm saying to you? So let's say, for example, not only that, but even having a good mother in your household, your mum is going to teach you how to be a man based on her perspective.
Period.
Of what a good man is. Do you know what I'm saying to you? That doesn't necessarily go across the board, but there's morals and standards and there's respect. There's those three things in it. That just is what it is. But in regards to treating a woman and understanding that you have to be receptive to women's feelings and she will make you feel also, because you can't have those conversations with your mum at 15, 16 about, all right, mum, how is it going to feel when she may break my heart? Because mum's never been through it as a man. She doesn't have the emotions that we have, the hormones we have and whatever else. This is completely different. So mum's been through heartbreak. Yes, I understand that. She probably been through it at 14, 15, 16 too. But how she felt as a woman and how I feel as a young boy is completely different. It's completely different. You may have been able to have the conversations. I'm not saying you per se.
I know what you're saying.
Most girls are able to, they have that safety net where mummy speaks to them about these things because mummy's been through it and they're trying to protect their daughters from going through the same thing that and whatever else it is. Mummy can't teach the boy that, so she can from her experiences and what she's seen and heard and blah blah blah, but she hasn't felt it. Do you know what I'm saying to you? So she can only guide you so far. It's like having a teacher in class who's teaching you about history in Bangladesh but never been there. You know what I'm saying to you? So it's, you kind of have to walk through it unless you have that man who's going to tell you. And a lot of the time the problem is with these youths is that they idolize people outside of their household. You know what I'm saying to you? So sometimes they have fathers within their household who are teaching them the right thing. They're teaching them this is how you're supposed to conduct yourself and blah blah blah, and teaching them you're not supposed to be on the road. But because that child doesn't idolize their father, they're not look at it like this.
I just feel like
But in regards to, let's say for example like this, when we were young, let's say for example the father was in the household, we looked up to being like rappers and whatever else it is, and the chain and the whatever else it is and rah rah rah. As successful as daddy may have been within the household and able to maintain it and whatever else it is, unless daddy has those things that I actually want for myself or whatever else it is, I don't necessarily idolize you. I respect you to the fullest because you are my father. Do I necessarily have to idolize the person you are? No. Do you see what I'm saying to you? I don't have to idolize you. I have to respect you because as long as you're doing the right thing, I have to respect you. Do I have to idolize you? It's based on what I want for myself. You see what I'm saying to you? So if the guy outside on the road has the chain chaps and whatever else it is and that's what I want to be like, I'm more inclined to be round there. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Regardless of what mummy's telling us at home and how much cooked meals there is, they're working 4 jobs between them. They might be able to sit out Wally things is going in, but you're busy. You're outside.
Do you think that kids remember things or experiences, like memories and experiences more?
The kids remember things, but as they grow, the memories will then kick in. You're not thinking about memories as children.
When you're children,
You're not thinking about that. One question that I learned, I'm throwing everywhere now. But there was a question that I heard on a seminar the other day, and they said to ask the children, rather than asking children, what do you want to be when you grow up? Ask them, what do you want to be now? Kids can't see that far ahead. They have goals and aspirations right now. They have a hunger to do things right now. These children can go on YouTube and be something today. You see what I'm saying to you? So you see this future thing, push there now. You know them ones there, and I'm starting to understand it more because I never had none of those things beforehand in regards to yes, mummy understood that I wanted to do music, but she was more interested in me going to school and sorting out this, that, and whatever else it is. I still understand it and I respect it. I still want my son to go to school and finish what he needs to finish. But do I understand the level of importance in regards to him pushing himself towards the creative stuff he wants to do? Yeah, I do. Because I'm seeing millionaire children now. Do you know what I'm saying?
What do you think a high value man is?
Perspective based. That's what I think it is. Because you see this...
Because nowadays everybody's putting it down to money.
It's not. It's nothing to do with money.
So that's what I was saying when you lot was saying like men deal with their trauma by getting rich.
It has
and
nothing to do with
I'm seeing a lot of
finance.
this high value man and everyone talking about high value man. And I just think to myself, you are nowhere near a high value man.
Listen.
Do you understand? It depends on what you class as what
value has
value
nothing to do with your bank balance. I'm telling you that from now. Yeah? The high value is based on the perception of the person standing in front of you. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Because you can have all the peas in the world, but I think you're an absolute dickhead.
Thank you.
Absolute dickhead. The man next to me might think you're the world, you're everything. You see what I'm saying to you?
You know what's funny? Yeah? You have man with P, you have man with bare P that will like hate on a man like me that ain't even got their P because man's got something they ain't got in it. You get what I'm trying to say? You got man with P and all that, but they ain't got no character. They ain't got no good looks. Now I'm joking. No. From their pocket looks good. It's like it's cool innit?
You know what?
But that's just how it is. Like you said in it on the last episode, I think like men are judged on their pockets, women are judged on their beauty, and that's just the way.
What do you think a man's worth is judged by?
In this day and age, it's definitely more heavily based on his bank balance, to be honest with you. In this day and age, I think back in the day, it was more about the package of a man, to be honest with you. But women, I think, to be honest with you, from what I hear a lot these days, is that if a man hasn't got the finances, he can't have the rest of these other things that it takes in order to keep the woman happy.
So therefore, it sounds to me like it's always going to be a thing where children are going to be like they're going to aspire to the glitz and the glam then. Because that is what they feel like is what a high value person is.
Right.
Somebody that's got money.
100%. Now, my thing is like, even if you look at it like this, if you're looking at it from man and woman perspective, a man looking to pursue a woman now, you automatically know that if he hasn't got money, there's a less chance that he's going to have any hope of capturing this woman. Facts. No matter of him spending his last £40 on flowers to send to her yard by Ras Clark, whatever eats or whatever delivery service it may be, Interflora, that he's sending with his last £40 and wants to cook for her and all of these things or whatever else it is, he's got less chance of falling or having that woman.
He's got zero chance.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
He's got zero chance.
Who may check in on you twice a week, but
spending his last £40 on that.
He might check in twice a week, but you know
he's got zero chance. He's got zero chance. Agreed.
100%. But the brother that checks in on her twice a week, maybe he might check in on you twice a week.
Yeah.
But he takes you Nobu maybe or whatever else it is, and
even once a week. No,
you know what I'm saying?
My man spent his last £40. He's out there. He's out the running.
But these times he will do the most for her though.
He's gone. He's got
no hope.
No hope. None.
These times, he might have £20 and say, "Oh, you can hear her cussing about the electric." You know, he can hear her cussing about the electric. These times, he sees her as high value because of the dress she's in. You know. He sees her as high value because of the dress she's in and she's maintained herself for a certain way.
That £40 is spent on flowers.
I'm telling you. Am I lying though?
He needed to spend half of that on weed, fam, and just
chill out.
Bill.
That's what I'm saying. But am I lying though?
No, that's
what I'm saying. The man who's going to check it once a week, maybe twice a week.
But I just feel like if that's the case, then he's not in a position to be dating. He needs to chill out for a little while. The reason why I'm going to say that is... Hold on a second. Hold on.
Don't try and get girls.
Let me tell you something.
Don't try and get girls yet. Don't try and get girls yet.
No, listen. You're not in a position.
Yeah, sort yourself out.
Depending on your age. If you're very young, like you're my son or whatever, and he's working his little job and he put together.
Even if you're in...
No, but I know, but listen, hold on.
Even if you're in secondary school. You heard what me and Maxwell was on in school.
Listen, I know, but I'm trying to say, like, listen, if that's your man and you've been with him for a long time,
and he's gone down,
and you lot, because you all know nothing is like this, you go on and say, but if I just met somebody, if I just met someone and he was going through all of that, he's not in a position today.
But you don't know that he's going through all of that that though, Cream. He might just be stressing behind closed doors.
Yeah, no, but he might be going for a little bit. He's not that. Do you know why? Because even him, he's not going to be in his right. What's it called? He's going to be agitated, frustrated. He's got things thinking about.
But it's the thing. He might not show you that because he cares.
Listen, if he spent his last £40 on flowers, listen, what's his crep looking like?
Nah, but this is what I don't know. But this is what I'm saying.
No, but I know what you mean.
They must be decent enough. They must be decent enough because he got our attention. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so he might have decent enough clothes or whatever else. He might just be going for a rough patch.
Yeah.
And when he bucked her, do you see what I'm saying? He might have just gone to this one bar.
You need to go back and sort yourself out.
No, but
like
see
what you said. In a relationship, it's different.
No, but Spray,
you have to understand highs and lows. But you know, I wouldn't. Me personally,
Spray,
if I was on a low, I would never.
I disagree. You know why I say that? Yeah. Let's say, for example, let's talk about your Abraka time in life.
Yeah.
You got $2 bills, baby, in your account, blood.
Yeah.
That's everything. That's everything, blood.
Mad,
$2 bills, yeah?
Yeah.
You got $2 bills in your account. The man them say to you, bruv, look.
No podcast. No more podcast.
Do you know what I will say? There's something in the Bible about a story like that. Do you know what you should have done? That £40 you spent on flowers, you should have flipped.
No, but
no. Listen, that's what I just feel. I just feel like no. I don't know. But the £200.
All right, hear me out though. Right,
what could know the £200 he should have done?
Imagine he's got $2 bills in his account. Yeah, he's got $2 bills in his account. You know already. You're not necessarily searching for a woman or trying to find girls today because you know your life ain't like that right now. You got a little $2 bills, and the man say, look, it's my birthday, whatever else it is, and it's your cold E. You're going to a little easy, but it's nothing mad or whatever else it is. This girl catches your eye.
Yeah.
She's into her, whatever else it is. So you're gonna tell me now, because you've got $2 bills in your account now, you're not going to talk to this woman.
I'm just gonna take her number and keep it pushing.
All right, you're gonna take her number. Right, cool. She's got your number. Cool.
And the chemistry bangs.
The chemistry's starting to bang now.
So say the chemistry bangs. I'm playing devil's advocate. So the chemistry bangs, and then she wants to meet up.
She wants to link up or whatever.
So she's gonna think, what ain't you want it? Like she's gonna say, what ain't you gonna take me? You know.
I'm licking it.
Not even take me out.
I'm licking it.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
This is what I'm saying.
I'm going through my phone book. I'm seeing who's got food.
You know what I'm saying?
Is that what you're gonna do?
I'm going through my phone book. I'm seeing, fuck the No, I'm joking.
No, but
I'm not one of them. I'm not even a man like that. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not a man like that because I've got that confidence in it type of thing that I wouldn't even move to her anyway.
But see,
I'm saying I've got a confidence like this. Like I think I can get gal at any time of the season. So it's like I'm more thinking about concentrating on myself at that time. You get what I'm trying to say?
So if you only had $2 bills, even if you saw the Chris's thing out here that you saw a girl that you had your eyes on for a long time and you saw her then, just say you lot spoke. That's what we're trying to say. Is that if you lot spoke and the conversation was banging, you only had £200.
I got $2 bills.
Yeah, what would you do?
There's that I could do.
Would you make something happen with the $2 bills? That's what he's saying.
Oh, with the last $2 bills.
Yeah.
Would you? Gone. That $2 bills gone.
So you would?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
See?
So that's what he's saying.
So what's the difference between you and the £40 guy? There's no difference between you and the £40 guy.
No, but two bills
because he's still got the flowers.
You see what I'm saying? He's still making. It's the effort.
So you would have still made something run. So that means no one. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
This is what I'm saying. So when people say, he's not in a position to be dating because he hasn't got money. I'm saying, all right, cool. But what happens when people actually have that connection and one person's not in the position?
No, but that's the last date for ages. Then, but
then she's gonna feel like you're. Then on her part, not knowing your situation, she's gonna feel like you're now inconsistent.
No, but this is what I'm saying.
Because 1 minute you sent flowers and then you stopped because you started doing something that you can't maintain.
But this is the thing.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
This is why I think times have changed.
Which is why I said not in a position because you can't maintain that.
This is the thing now. This is the problem now, and this is why I think that things have changed so much in regards to how people value things. If a man sends you flowers in the first week or so of meeting you or whatever else it is, it's a major gesture because there's times that there's man that you lay down with for years and years that don't buy you blood clot flowers. That's what I'm saying to you. So if my man's making these little efforts in the beginning or whatever else it is, and yes, it may not be every week or every 3 weeks he's sending flowers or whatever else it is, but ever so often he's trying to make these little small gestures or whatever else it is. And saying, all right, babes, do you know what? Boom, can we do a little... You'll be able to somewhat gauge his sort of financial status from the places he's asking you to go, babe, let's go cinema or whatever else it is, or can we do a little bowling or whatever else.
He ain't got no chance, blood.
But this is what I'm saying, but he's got almost no chance.
He ain't got no chance. I'm even praying it. He's got no chance. Like,
this is what I'm saying against the guys that's going on now. These little 22-year-olds that have got chains and chaps. This is mad.
He needs to allow it.
This is what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying is when I hear people say, "Rah, that men who aren't in financial positions.
You know why? Because that means he hasn't got a job. He ain't even got a job.
Why? But he might have a little something.
He ain't got a job. If he ain't got no, he ain't got a job even.
Maybe.
He's got nothing. I'm agreeing with Cream. He's got nothing to offer. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, more than a link up.
Again,
I just feel like men and women coming together.
You're not in a relationship. You can't go dead. You can't go dead. If you're in a relationship, you could go dead. And like, do you get what I'm saying? It gets like that.
It goes right back to exactly what I'm saying.
But coming to begin with, do you get what I'm trying to say? Because to begin with, if I'm looking at a girl and this is a girl what I'm trying to be in something
can I give you a scenario? Let me just say something.
I don't want this girl. I don't want this girl to be no waste girl or whatever. This is in the beginning. So it's start as you mean to go on, innit? With relationship. So it's like, I get that. If you're a girl that you don't mind that, as it goes on, then it's cool.
But we're talking about someone who's aspiring to be more though. We're not talking about a don who's just happy with the little ever so often he gets a little 2 bills. We're talking about someone who may be just going through a transition period where he ain't getting a job. He ain't got a job at the moment and he's trying a little 2 and it's not really, do you know what I mean? This is what I'm saying, but it goes back to what I was saying in the very, very, very beginning. Look how heavy finance weighs on relationships. No one's talking about how they feel here again. Have you done my checklist? Does he tick this box?
Do you? Yeah, but I feel like when you go into a partnership with somebody, I just feel like realistically, in the times that we're living in now, that I do think that financial does play a part in partnerships.
Of course it does.
Because we're living in the real fucking world. We've got to live somewhere. We've got bills that need to be paid. If I make children with you, those children need education and stuff like that, and I need to know that the partner I'm picking is going to do right by that. 100%. Even animals, wildlife, 100%. They pick partners that they know are strong, whatever, 100%. You know what I mean, for their kids to come out so and so and so and so. This is the thing what I find with men. They always speak on that perspective until it comes down to their daughters. You know, like if it was their daughters that when their daughters are picking a partner, they would expect their daughter's partner to have to be financially. But you understand what I mean? Like, is he?
I'm not saying that you're wrong.
Whatever. Do you understand what I mean? No, I'm not saying that I want the man with the money. I want a man with the correct mindset. I want him to be able to make. I want him to be able to can build with me. I want kind. I want someone that's going to be a good
That's the thing. That's the difference.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's the difference.
Do you get me? But I'm not going to lie and say that finance doesn't come into it because it does.
Most women of 2021 are not on the building thing. They want to walk into a building. You see what I'm saying? They're not on building this building with the guy or whatever.
See the right dad though. The right dad wouldn't pre that. Like.
It depends where you are.
Let me just say this. See the right dad,
yeah.
Like they shouldn't just think, your partner should have money. The right dad should be thinking he's financially capable of dealing with his daughter for her life, not someone else. Do you get what I'm trying to say? The dad should be thinking it should be. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Not to do with money.
No, I agree.
I wouldn't want my daughter to be no gold digger.
No, but no. When I say a gold digger, I'm saying that isn't.
I'd want to be able to.
I don't mean it in that way. I don't mean it in a gold digging way. I'm talking in a way that the quality of living that she's not going to go down.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
If she is gonna go with somebody below than what she's used to, she's literally stepped down. Because if she was with somebody on par or above, she's only going to excel, isn't she? That's what I mean.
Do you know
when I'm saying I'm just talking about, and I don't mean just like finance. I'm talking like in a mindset of growing and stuff like that. Things can reach you and you're not there yet. That's life because life steps in. But I'm talking apart from life stepping in and where you are. Those type of things normally show where the person is. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like they done the right steps, took the right steps in order to get where they're going to go. You know that she's going to have a more easier life. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Of course.
And then she can focus on the other stuff because a lot of us that came from struggling financially, we weren't able to invest in our kids, and all of us are here. Mum weren't able to go to the football match. Mum couldn't bring me to the modelling thing. Mum couldn't because she was working. Dad was out on road or he was in prison. Whatever. Do you understand? So therefore, when you think about it properly, idealistically, how you would want it, that's all I'm saying. Like, it's not being a gold digger. I'm just saying that you're.
No, of course.
You're gonna.
Wait. In the middle of all of this, obviously we talk about money, but in the middle of all of this, I just want to big up everyone for watching and all that. Big up SP for the last episode. But just getting into the comments, man's back in the comments now, checking you lot's comments out. And like, one of their comments like, I spray you're talking too much. All that. They're back on me, I'm talking too much. And Ray, like, you need to let ice cream land and all that. You need to let ice cream land. Like, is this a fucking airport? Like, not like that, but RTM thing, innit? Like, we're just talking, innit? Like, I talk a lot sometimes, innit? Out the Magnum. You get what I'm saying? Sorry. You get what I'm trying to say? But sometimes she don't let me land. You get what I'm saying? Like, we just talking. So, you get what I'm saying? We just talking. We don't land, innit? Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, we're not in there thinking about landing or, like, we're not podcast people like that. Like, let me land. You know, when I see them podcast people like, fam, let me land. I'm landing. Like, we're not on all that dickhead thing. This is RTM podcast. We're not on that dickhead thing. We don't land. None of that. You get what I'm saying? Unless we go airport and we're gone. We're saying what we want, when we want, any given moment. It's crazy. You get what I'm saying? You're hearing Grime. When she's ready, see, when I'm ready, I'm ready. You get Durrty. It's even coming true.
Yeah, it comes true. It's at home. Do you get me?
Yeah, but getting back to it though, car, just wanted to get that out. Yeah. But respect all the comments and all that. Get back in the comments. Tell me I talk too much and all that bullshit as well.
Don't give me
joke. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, man, money's important though, man. You get what I'm saying? We might as well get into that topic and then finish with the current affairs, car. Talking about paper and for real, do you get what I'm trying to say? I hear what you're saying, Cream. You get what I'm saying? In a relationship, as a girl, even there's ambition wise. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, I wouldn't want a girl that's not ambitious. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm gonna touch on that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And to me, a girl wanting a man that can cater and all that, that's ambitious.
Do you know the funny thing is? I've been in a relationship beforehand or connected with a woman who's been in a mad financial position. Like, I was in way above me, bro. Like, I can't see myself being in that position for a minute. And she's good. But it motivated me to do more. Do you see what I'm saying? That's the thing as well. You see, with the right guy, yeah, you might find the right guy who's in a position or whatever else it is, but being with you or you giving him that time of day or whatever else it is motivates him to get up and say, nah,
exactly.
You know what? In order for me to keep this woman here or whatever else it is, I'm going to get up and go and I'm going to try and do whatever else it is. Bruv, listen, I remember I was in a relationship with a woman. The woman that I was in a relationship with was 7.5 years older than me. She didn't have any children.
Cougar.
So her situation was
Cougar.
But it was good though. But the situation was tense because she wanted certain things that I hadn't had set up yet.
Yeah.
If you weren't into giving groceries and that.
It's not even that. It wasn't even a
I'm not on that. You get what I'm saying? I'm not on that. But you choose she's cougar and she's trying to make it.
It wasn't that.
She's molesting.
It was.
How old is she?
At the time I was At the time I was grown, man. I was grown.
That might be molesting.
It was only the other day, man. I was like 28, maybe 29. 29. Yeah, 29. I was grown, man.
Okay.
Yeah. So. She didn't have any children or whatever else it is. So at the time, obviously, I've got a son already.
She had one still.
Go on. Tell me. You're fucking.
At the time, she wanted certain things or whatever else it is that I wasn't necessarily set for. At the time, I was very much doing the road thing, sort of. She didn't want nobody that was on the road when she's approaching 40 and whatever else it is. You see what I'm saying to you? So I had to, in order for me to keep this woman, because I was very much invested at the time, you get me? So found a little job and whatever else it is. But now, the money's there, the time isn't. You see what I'm saying to you? Whereas when I was on the road, I had the time and the money was there, so to speak, but you don't want that kind of guy. So I'm going to do the work in life or whatever else it is, but time was a major factor in regards to it. So time kind of ran out. We was together for like 2.5, maybe 3 years. By the time she was looking at 40, she hadn't had picked me yet. And it's not to say that I wasn't willing to, but I'm saying, listen, she didn't want to have a baby and then move into a council place. She wanted to have a foundation to move into a blah, blah, blah. And respectfully, cool, I understand it, but you got to give me a minute. I'm not there yet. There's little change there, whatever else it is, but it's not move into a house and have a baby within 2 years change, to be honest with you. I know what it takes to have a child. You see what I'm saying to you? I know the pressure that I'm going to take on, and I know that it's going to take me a minute in order to be able to give you these things. With a younger woman, it would have been different.
Yeah.
Because there was a bit more time, so to speak. But in that position there, so I can still understand why women want to have certain, because again, their clock is different from ours too. Very different, especially their body clock and whatever else it is. And I think women set goals from very early in regards to, I want this by this by this, or whatever else it is. Where man them, we need to be rich, And however we get there, we will get there. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas the women have these things, are children and foundation for this, and I need to be with a person who's like this by this, so I can, and it will help me elevate to. But women are thinking about the companionship on a different level. We aren't. Do you know what I'm saying to you? So for me, I can very much understand why there's women of, let's say for example, like even what Cream's saying about men not being in certain positions. Man them have done some fucked things to women in regards to financial things. Like man them, I don't know, let's say, I don't know, leaving women fucked in restaurants and whatever else it is, and the gal end up paying, and man are talking about halves when they're taking them out, and bare different things, bare different things. So women have now built up to us. I'm not making no man disrespect me and have me feel no way, so I'm gonna work 2 jobs so I've got more than enough, and it almost has taken away a piece of the femininity from women.
Because they're having to step in their masculine.
No, but that's what I'm saying. No, I'm not disrespecting it.
No, but it's the truth,
I get it. Like, so they're having to become more masculine, and you're seeing the gal them in raves buying champagne in VIP and raring, almost like the man them are, to be honest with you. And the energy is somewhat the same because they've had to work for it just as hard as the man them are. And if we're looking back to what it was supposed to have been, if you know what I mean, it was supposed to have been the man them providing and protecting and whatever else it is. But now the women feel like they got to provide and protect as well as take on a man.
Because I feel like, but that's exactly it.
Exactly.
Because nowadays it's called gold digging.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if it's looked upon in that perspective, then you want women to step into their masculine. Because you can't pick and choose what from the old, back in the day that you want to take in if you don't want to take all of it. Men pick and choose what they want from. They want their woman to be old-fashioned. Well, old-fashioned days, you went out and totally provided and got everything. Do you understand what I'm saying? But nowadays, we're living in a world where 2 incomes. Right now, 2 incomes is needed in order for everybody to build properly. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I feel like when people are going into partnerships, you need to have these kind of conversations. And I feel like don't go into them blind neither. Like, I don't think that it's just all based on love. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Of course. Agreed.
Do you get what I mean?
No, 100%. It's not all love. You've got to have, your brain's got to be in it too. I'm not saying that everyone's got to run around with their heart and think with their heart or whatever else it is, because again, if we all did, the women again tend to make their decisions based on their emotions. It just is what it is. Men are supposed to be the balance with the logic and whichever else it is. But again, you have to have both in order to make rational and sensible decisions in order to build a substantial future for yourself, your partner and your children. A lot of the time we're talking about grown-ass people who have children. Do you know what I'm saying to you? And if we're talking about being idols or whatever else for our children in order to set a standard and have them live a certain way or whatever, they're looking at us from now, bro. Do you know what I'm saying to you? I'd rather have my youth look at me now as somebody who he idolizes rather than look at, I don't know, whatever Kardashian and Travis Scott. You know what I'm saying to you? This is the sentence.
Money is important, but it's like, it's tiring. It's important, but it's funny because it's like there's some, like anything you chase runs away from you, and that's why you're chasing it. So it's like it's something that you can't really just chase, otherwise it will always be running away from you. You got to just let it flow, innit?
Money's a hard thing for me, and you know why I say that? It's because the reason why I say money's a hard thing for me, acquiring it isn't hard, or it's not the maintenance of it that I find hard. I don't have the same amount of love for money that a lot of people have. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Because I've come to realise, again, like I said, in my experiences and the things that I've been through, money hasn't been the root to my happiness or whatever else it is.
It can't make you happy. It can't make you happy.
It's never been the root to my happiness or whatever. I've lived life.
All it could do is help you live more comfortably.
100%.
But 100%. Comfortable is a difference to happiness.
100%.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? 100%. I can live comfortable and not be happy. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because, not like that, but I've had different times in it, and I've had times when I've got mad pee or whatever, but I'm not happy. And I've had times when I ain't got mad pee, but I'm happy.
You're happier, 100%.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's because other things is making me happy or whatever. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like you or whatever might be making you happy, not money. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So a lot of the time as well, in life, we get too caught up. Some people get too caught up in the whole chasing money and money and money and money. And then they get so caught up in that, bloody, they miss life itself. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And what's like real about life, type of thing.
And how many blessings they actually have around them.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you get me?
But at the same time, you need money to be able to enjoy your life if you're someone like me, because I like going on holiday, I like, you know what I mean? So, you know,
you
have to be rich in life and rich in pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
But
exactly.
Getting into the before we get into the current affairs, what you been on this week? Your new thing. What's popping?
Not that much actually, other than work. I've been working a lot this week. Yeah, so I've been in the studio and stuff like that. So I'm gonna tell you more about
bank holiday
soon.
weekend now, you know.
I'm going Four Corners Festival tomorrow though.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's bank holiday weekend.
I'm going to one, but there's no carnival. Do you know what? Funnily enough, I haven't like had that vibe like normal. You know when Carnival used to be on and that. It's just like another weekend, and this summer's been so shit. Do you get what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So,
I've seen beer flyers like Carnival Monday and all that. I thought, right, I didn't know Carnival was back on.
I don't know.
It's not on. It's not on. It's people just using the word Carnival to promote.
Yeah, but I'm out tomorrow.
You're out tomorrow.
I'm out tomorrow.
There's better things going on. My brethren, old tight Debo, told me to come to Brum later. Bamboo Club. Big up Fizz, told me come to tomorrow, Nottingham. Manchester as well. I see yesterday my brethren went to some, I think Continental GT,
was that
something in a warehouse at Manchester.
Was it good?
Nah, it look mad.
Don't lie.
It look mad, but yeah, there's better things going on, but guess what? I'm not going to none of them because I'm still on my midlife crisis. And you know what it is? No, but you see all of this, bruv. Even this, like, you have to be disciplined to come. That's why thank you for coming to as well.
Thank you
for coming to because you know what it is? Yeah. Today, obviously, it's bank holiday. Everyone's outside. Like, I'm going through my Snapchat. I'm going through everyone somewhere. And here and drinking and everyone's happy.
And we are here.
We're here, innit? It's discipline. But yeah, I'm still on my midlife crisis. So I've been to the gym. I got my hair cut. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, got my hair cut. Been to the gym. Like, I ain't gonna go nowhere, man. I'm just gonna kick back. You get me? Because, you know what I did do though? You might laugh though. I looked at a couple of jobs.
Did you?
Yeah.
Why man laugh, blood?
I'm not laughing. That's good.
Because.
Yeah.
Man, a grown man with
No, what it is? Do you know what it is? I've got a tune, yeah? Look, I said I've never had a job.
I said I've never had a job. If I did, I would have never had to rob.
If I did, I would have never had to rob. You know, like when you say something and now you can't even believe it. But you know what it is? That's how much of a midlife crisis I'm having. I'm going to sleep and I'm seeing the video of Giggs saying get a job. You know when Giggs done that video saying, like, I'm having that sort of midlife crisis, you know, like. So anyway, boom. Nah, you know what I did do though? How about that though as well? Big up Chief, I went and got a watch.
Ray, my brother, came true for the root beer.
How you mean?
Mad. Come on, happy belated birthday, bro. Come on, my brother.
My G.
Always pleasure, bro.
Big Chief. Obviously, I'm still rocking the
Big him up as well. He's going to be doing a reality show.
Who?
Chiefer.
Oh, is he?
I'm sure. I'm sure I saw that.
I don't know.
I hope it's not the wrong thing. But yeah, I could have I saw that he's doing...
The jury
yeah, he's going to be on a show. I think Flex...
He might be, but yeah, I went and got a watch. You get me? For myself to try and cheer myself up, and it still didn't cheer me up. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, just kicking back. I looked at a couple of jobs still. Like, not no idiot jobs though, like some proper, you get what I'm saying? For me to have to work, it's gonna have to be some proper P, you get me? So, yeah, done that. But, yeah, anyway, we got the PayPal and the Cash App donation. So if you lot don't want Young Spray to get a job, get onto the PayPal and the bloody, you know what I mean, Cash App before you see me at a train tracks near you. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So all that, you get what I'm saying? Cause the donations are mad. And my brethren told me someone donated in my bag the other day. I was
Can someone donate me a bag, please?
You get what I'm saying? So yeah, get onto the Cash App and the
reference cream
and the PayPal, please, man. the job thing's mad. The job thing's mad. That's like the end of the line. You get what I'm saying? Like I've reached the end of the line. Like I'm getting a job. You get what I'm saying?
Come on.
You get what I'm saying? But
getting a job.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's all paper. Money, innit? Do you get what I'm trying to say? And that's what it is. And you see me?
I respect it.
Yeah,
exactly.
And to be honest, I've had to pre the whole thing, innit? And to be able to get on that ladder or whatever, you know, credit and mortgage and all of that stuff, you need to actually have something running in your fucking national insurance number. Something needs to be going through that. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm on that one. Yeah, big up gigs, my dog. Yeah, I'm getting a job, fam. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, boom. You see what I'm saying? Current affairs though, we got bare current affairs.
Yeah, bare current affairs.
Nah, sorry, I'm being rude. What have you done?
Yeah.
What are you doing
this week? Do you know what? This week has been very much real life, you know. I've been with Little Man most of the week, to be honest with you. I'm getting through that. My son's getting big, don't really want to spend time with Pops mode right now. So I just had the week with him and we've just been chilling and chatting, to be honest with you, man. Ain't really consisted of too much work this week. Obviously, we won the award for the podcast the week before, so it's just been pacing myself and prepping myself for the next set of moves for the last half of the year. I got a couple of music videos that I'm prepping to drop. Got another EP on the way. Yeah, man. So works is running, man. Holy things is running right now.
Yeah, no, come up, man.
Holy things is running right now.
Gotta keep it functioning.
I was looking at that video, the one that you done with Reds, the one in the gym the other day.
Days. Jeez, that's flashbacks, boy. I think that was before I even had my UU, to be honest with you. That might have been that long ago.
Yeah, that was when Dreams was there.
Dreams,
I know.
That's what I'm saying. That's crazy.
Yeah, but before we get into the current affairs, I'm going to just say the last thing on money is it's not about how much money you got, it's about how much money you're making. Boom, current affairs.
Anyway, so current affairs, the crate challenge. Have you not seen all this crate challenge?
I've seen it, yeah.
What's with this crate challenge?
There's a few man I've been wanting to see do that crate challenge. I've been wanting to see a few man do it, but I ain't seen them do it yet.
But everyone's going crazy on the crate challenge. I ain't seen, but did you see the people that got shot?
I saw that someone got shot or whatever else.
3 people got killed.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Doing the crate challenge?
Yeah, it was caught.
In total,
they was filming them. There was someone going up it, and there was like a little, like a teenage girl like filming it or whatever, and someone drives by in America.
Just burst them off the crate.
Yeah, just shoot
burst them off the crate.
Yeah.
But
I ain't laughing, but yeah, basically.
Yeah, no,
I think there's something like 8 or 9 people in total that's dead now, innit?
Really?
I don't know,
but someone drop off and broke their neck and dead.
You're lying.
Yeah, there's a couple people fuck up themselves.
I don't feel sorry for them enough.
Yeah, a couple
I'm
people
not
fuck
doing
up
it.
themselves.
I'm not doing that. You can't pay me to do that.
It's America, innit? You know Americans did
It's
crazy.
not just America.
No, over here, did you see? There was one
I'm going mad. I see them doing it in yard, but the yard man are doing it
over here as well.
The yard man are completing it. They're doing it still.
You dare, come on.
There's a couple of them flop still. I see some funny ones. Man's all gonna post some right now.
Come on.
But yeah.
So that was like, what? And then, what about Sha'Carri? You know that girl, that the American, the woman that was running, the girl that was racing 100 meters, chatting shit and going on like she was going to win.
Mad.
And then she came last to the Jamaicans.
You're lying.
And she came last.
She came last, but she went from first to last in a
heartbeat.
heartbeat.
She went from first to last.
Literally in a heartbeat. You know what it is? Sometimes you just got to learn to be humble.
Exactly.
You know what it is? It's the interview that killed her afterwards. It was that. If she just gracefully bowed down and just said, yeah, do you know what? obviously we got to go back to the drawing board and do this again, and we got work to do, and boom, boom, boom. But because she was out there beating her chest, we ain't done.
Yeah, we ain't done.
The only way is up from hit. She was talking mad crazy.
She was
you're definitely made a meme now.
Spicy.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So.
But you know what though? My whole thing with that is, why was she being interviewed? You came last.
Yeah, but they knew they was there.
No. My thing is, you came last. We're supposed to just see you walk into the back and talking to your coach. Because my thing is this: you spoke all of that shit and you didn't. You understand?
The world's devastated.
Who I wanted to hear from is Elaine, who came first. Big up Jamaica. Do you understand? No, but where is her interviews? Everybody's putting up headlines about like she's still kind of got too much airplay for me. I'm thinking you came last, you spoke about that, but they didn't give Jamaica to me.
Controversy sells, innit?
And yeah, that's what I'm noticing.
The controversy. Do you
understand what I'm saying? I didn't even see no interview. Have you seen an interview from the one who won?
Yeah, I did, but it was very short.
Very short.
But again, those people know how to compose themselves. Remember, that girl, that American girl, is very ghetto, very loud, and she ain't got no she ain't got no training just yet. So you can see, and again with that whole weed thing behind her and all of that kind of that situation that happened with her, the controversy sells in it. So they're gonna push that in order to push the Olympics a bit more in order for people to buy into it. It's just the fuckery that they do in it.
What else is scared of? I didn't even know about this girl.
Did you?
No.
Oh, okay. And basically, I heard that there's gonna be like a new strain of COVID coming.
No, but what I have heard,
and that is, go on. What you going to say? What I'm saying
about the raves. About they saying. Have you seen what they're saying about the clubs? Have you seen the advert?
What?
The government advert that they've put out now. I think it's from the 20-something of September. If you haven't, but you've seen they put out an advert now.
No.
They put out an advert now. Like if you're not double vaccinated, you ain't getting into no clubs, no restaurants.
Oh, fuck them in their club. Oh, restaurants too.
I see adverts. I see the
Don't
adverts.
worry, you're still gonna be able to go yard restaurants.
Yeah, you know, innit? But
like the yardy dances, I know I'm just gonna be raving bashment. From they start talking about 2Jab thing, I'm raving bashment, man.
It was like on LBC, and they were saying that basically this new COVID that's gonna be coming out is gonna affect the people that are vaccinated worse.
Probably.
Than the people that ain't vaccinated.
Probably.
So they've made everyone get vaccinated, and then this new one is going to fuck them up even more. Like, I just think it's just some guinea pig shit that's going on out here.
Do you know what it is, though?
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? There's a lot of people that are close to me that have taken the vaccine, and there's people that aren't close to me that have taken the vaccine, and my energy's still somewhat the same to it. And I'm still trying to get my head around something we've never seen before. They've never had a cure for this before because they've never had to do it before. What makes you think that you aren't the guinea pig? You know
exactly.
What I mean? What makes you, like, you're saying, oh, you've seen the results. They didn't have enough time to test it. What are you talking about? The thing's been here 15 minutes, bro.
Exactly.
They built one in 17 and you're telling me you're taking it.
I'm
you're
sick
going
of
crazy.
COVID.
I know.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I had it. Don't get twisted.
I'm sick of
I had it.
But yeah,
not for.
What about Kanye leaking Drake's address? Did you hear about that?
He leaked his address. I didn't know about that.
I can't, boy. Them two are funny. Like, them two just cannot get on, innit?
Kanye's a madman.
He's a full seal for that.
I'm team Kanye though, still.
Who are you, team?
I'm gonna have to go. I don't really listen to either of them like that, but I'll go Drake still.
Why?
You know what? Sometimes the creative genius thing can go too far for me.
Yeah, no, Drake's a better artist. Drake's a better artist, but I just don't like him.
I like Drake. I
think
Drake's a good artist.
He's easier on the air for me. Sometimes I can't bother to take in like all the music.
Madness.
If you know what I mean. Sometimes I just want to chill and just listen to whatever else it is. But sometimes Kanye can be too musical, which is not bad, but it's a curse. It's a gift and a curse.
Considering that Drake, you said you like Missy and this and all of that, I thought you would have liked him as well.
Drake played a batty boy in something.
I have no idea, bro.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, he played a batty boy, but yeah, what else is going on?
You're just skipping through them, Amber Rose's man, basically Amber Rose, she goes out with this guy. They got a baby together, actually. Okay. You know when she tattooed the baby's names across her forehead? Did you see that?
I didn't know that. I know she got tattoos.
Right, have you seen her forehead?
Amber Rose tattooed her baby's
both
name.
of them, Bash and I can't remember the other one's name.
Mental health.
But basically, not even in little tiny letters, I'm mental talking health. Big font going all across the forehead and her head, and she shaved her head. But she's got this foundation that if she puts it on, you can't see it. Like it completely disappears.
Yeah.
But anyway, she's with her latest baby father, and she just recently tweeted that she's tired of it. She's leaving him now.
Oh, I saw that.
He's cheated with
12
about
times.
12 times. She cursed out her mum and all of that shit, or whatever. And he must have went on live, and he was like, "She ain't lying," and he can't stop his natural urges.
My whole thing is, I don't know, with that whole thing is, I just go back to the drawing board and I think to myself, why are people solving their private problems in public? I don't get it. So when these things become public and people want to have a million opinions on it and tell you it's your own fault, to be honest with you. I'm not saying don't put your relationship out there. But you see, when you then, as a woman, want to tell the world that he cheated on you 12 times and blah, 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 and whatever else it is because you're looking for the hug. And I get it, because you may feel like you need that. And I get it. Get it how you want to get it. But people are very much in your business now. The world is in your business. You will be a blog, a meme, whatever the fuck people want to be, because you put your business out there.
Cares.
Look,
no one cares.
Like, you don't have to be. Yeah, this I'm like,
gossip,
you can be in the public and your business be private. Your personal life is not. Like, I don't get it. And when these things happen, I don't feel any sort of sympathy for them.
Well, yeah.
It's a bit
the
of a
only
mad
thing
one.
I was like, she was in the comment. She was like saying, these girls know that he's married and he's got a kid.
They all have no loyalties.
I was gonna say you was just doing slut walking, innit?
Yeah, this is my thing. Like, they owe her nothing.
You know what I mean?
Like,
slut
for them it's
walk and
points.
hoe walk, like, yeah, exactly. Like, they're not gonna.
They're seeing it as, you know,
they
how
don't
some of
care
these guys
about you.
they're like,
I
hold on a
say
minute.
that.
What, I can fuck Amber Rose's man. I'm premium pum pum. That's what they're seeing it as. They can get they're seeing it as, I can get a celebrity's man. That's points in some girl's head, as tapped as it may sound.
Of course, man. You're my nuts.
And do you lot know? Did you hear about do you know a podcast called Fresh and Fit?
Fresh
and Fit, and then the other one,
Abba and Preach.
Abba and Preach.
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard the names before.
Abba and Preach. I watched that thing. Something you sent me, yeah. And then they were saying about, it's not about the people's followers and all that stuff.
About integrity.
Yeah, integrity. Yeah. It's not about people's followers and and it's just about having a good show. Without no disrespect, that's why man brought you here. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because man just wanted to have a good show, just to have a good chat. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And it's like, to us, you don't have to have 50,000 followers or whatever. You have to be able to come and be able to have a rapport, be able to talk well, and do you get what I'm trying to say? And be RTM. This is our thing, being the most.
Of course,
you get what I'm saying?
Of course.
And that's what you've done.
Of course.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? So the Abba and Preach thing, I was watching their thing. They're a bit different to the Fresh and Fit. They just Fresh and Fit just chat bare shit. Do you know what she's talking about?
Yeah, I haven't. I'm not really privy to it still.
Fresh and Fit, they're basically like they come from more of a man's perspective, innit? They talk about
America, innit?
Yeah, in America. They're two guys basically.
Okay.
And their thing is about, getting money, getting girls and whatever, but they're very disrespectful to girls as well. Like, I don't really like their approach. They claim to be alpha males, and they are, to me, very, very far from alpha male.
Yeah.
They're like shouting all the time, just over, it's just too much. But anyway, they, the Abba and the Preach guy, yeah, they basically got into an argument, and Fresh and Fit was on their podcast cussing them two guys.
Okay.
Because they're not as, I don't know if they ain't got as much followers or whatever. Their thing ain't as glam as theirs. They was cussing them out, saying that they're shit, cussed the man's wife, all of this stuff. So Abba and Preach went on their podcast and just exposed them, innit? The guy said he's going to beat them both up, basically, first. And then they started exposing messages that they're sending to girls, telling them that they've got to sleep with them in order to come on the podcast. Because on their podcast, they got like 9 girls on there, 6 girls. But the girls are all like some ratchet looking. Yeah, like they're in Miami. You can tell like they're up for anything.
Yeah.
But they've all got to sleep with them in order to go on the show.
Wow.
Do you get me? So they've exposed them all and everything. Do you get me? They started losing whole heap of subscribers. It's like some podcast beef, but you'd have to see it.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Crazy.
And then one guy must have ran up in there. The guy had a gun on him. All kinds of stuff. Did you see that bit?
No.
You never see that?
What's going on?
Nah.
Someone ran up into Fresh and Fit,
Oh yeah, I see.
Did you see it? And the guy from...
Some guy talking, but I didn't see.
So the Asian looking guy in Fresh and Fit?
Yeah.
He's ex-Fed.
Okay.
So that came out basically since this whole thing has come out. So now they're like, like they did like a question, they was talking. So he basically, that's what he's left to do this podcast because the job wasn't happy with him doing the podcast. Yeah. So that was that basically.
Yeah, that sounds wild. His podcast.
Can you? I know.
What else is going on?
The podcast
and podcast wars there.
Literally, boy.
Have you had any?
Me? No, man. I don't find that, man. I don't need internet.
Podcast beef over here, man.
There is podcast beef over here. Listen, don't think that people ain't... Anyway.
Internet crimes, man. I can't do it, man.
They get me. But Afghanistan.
Yeah, I haven't got too much to say on that one. There's still...
It's just mad still because it's like they went in there, war or whatever. I thought their whole point was to defeat the Taliban or whatever. They came there for the Taliban. And then how many years later they've left there and the Taliban's in charge or whatever. So I just don't get it. I don't get the whole point of why they went there.
I've never really understood politics because my level of investment is so small. Because again, they tell you whatever they want to tell you. You have to take in the information, and that just is what it is. You have no form of control in regards to what these are doing. As you saw over the past 2 years, what they're doing with people's health and lives and how they deal with people is entirely up to them. So what the fuck they're telling me about what is happening in Afghanistan? If I'm being brutally honest, people have lives and all of these things, and you have to be somewhat considerate. But it doesn't have not just Afghanistan, but the government in itself, other than COVID, has never really had an effect on what I'm really doing in my life. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So my level of investment in regards to watching what's going on in the news and how much oil prices are and why they're over there has never really been my business. Do you know what I mean? To be honest with you, I hope the killing stops.
Yeah,
and all the madness stops. But if they're gonna bring 100,000 refugees into England today, what the fuck? How am I gonna control it? Are they going to move me out my yard because 100,000 refugees are coming? No. I just got to get on with it.
I don't, like he said, and I don't understand it completely, so I don't want to go into it too much. But the empath in me is like really feels for the women and the children and the innocent people that are being killed. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like there was a big bomb that was put, that was let off over there. And there was so much people that, you know what I'm saying, that are getting dragged from their houses. I saw that the UK troops have now left and they've taken as much as they can with them, but there was loads of people trying to get to the airport, like scrambling.
Falling off the plane.
Scrambling. And these people you can see are running for their lives. You understand what I'm saying? There's babies, do you understand what I'm saying? There's nothing there. Do you get what I mean? So to me, that... In that way, proper feel it. Do you understand? I don't understand it all. I'm not getting political into no one's thing. But in that way, the civilians and the innocent people that are caught up in it, that are trying to get out, I feel it for them, man. That's sad. Do you get me? Their babies over. Like, do you understand?
No, listen.
There was troops crying because they had to leave people like in other areas that are nowhere near the airport.
Yeah.
They said that they got to get through like 10 checkpoints just to get out of their area. Do you know what that must feel like?
Yeah, no, that's
There's
crazy.
Nothing there. Do you understand what I mean? Bombs going off and you got
you know what it is?
Women being raped.
You see, like when you see like the people over here, like the foreigners or whatever, the refugees, you don't realise where they're coming from.
Exactly.
Or what sort of past they're coming from. Even now, obviously you're gonna get bare Afghans over here now, but you have to understand these people are coming from like mad war-torn
countries
stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but you know the maddest thing is, I bet you they pick up their cell and they get something popping before the black people sort out their self and stop killing each other. I bet you the Afghans come through and pattern up. You get me? But man, it's mad over there, man. But man,
it's a lot.
God willing, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Anything else going on?
That was that for that, to be fair.
Was that for that?
That was that for the current topics.
I got the dilemma. Hold on. Every episode we have a different dilemma. Right?
Alright, cool. I'm all ears.
This one's Dear RTM Podcast Show I went to Originals the other week and Queen ice cream was right. It was a big vibe. I haven't enjoyed myself like that for ages. There's something that's been bugging me ever since that night though. I saw my brethren's girl and her friends there. I knew my brethren wasn't going because he told me he couldn't get the time off work. His girl and her friends stayed around us the whole evening. I was with some workmates that don't know my brethren. We got wasted and before I knew it, she was pushing up on me and we were dancing like boyfriend and girlfriend. She's very attractive and I couldn't help it. At the end, we kissed with tongues and she went her way and I went mine. I woke up the next day feeling like shit. She took my number and she's been calling me ever since, but I have rung her out each time. I know my brethren really loves this girl and has mentioned proposing to her to me. What's you lot's advice? Please help.
Dirty. I'll let Dirty start that one.
But he's gone mad in the first place.
He went mad in Originals. He went mad in Originals.
He went mad at Originals. That's where
someone should have dumped him.
Yeah, no, he went mad at Originals. It's over. Everything's finished. God. Everything's finished.
He's gone and kissed his brethren. That's his friend's girl.
His
brethren's girl. He's seen her in Originals.
I don't want to hear she pushed up on you. You definitely took the wine.
But she's bright though, dancing up in him in Originals though.
They're both bright.
Yeah, like what was they doing?
Bright. They're both bright.
They was on the drugs.
They're both mad. They're both mad.
Do you get me? Like they just had too much to drink, man, and it went bad. But that's what I'm saying. Like he's a pussy. Sorry, mate. You're a pussy. But he's
not answering. You said that he said that he's not answering her back though, isn't it? He's ringing her out.
But he's feeling mad now, isn't it?
At least he's ringing her out though. Yeah, at least he's didn't know because he could be continuing and being grimy. She's bright. She's there ringing down his phone. She's even worse than him.
Yeah, now he understand what I'm saying? You can tell he's regretful.
And she's his partner. She should actually be the one to know to pattern herself even more than him.
He can't watch hurting. That's not his business. That's not his business. How she's moving isn't his business. He done a fuckery move. We can't be watching whatever people are doing. If she's ringing me still, whatever else it is and blah, blah. We both did a fuckery. The first thing.
Yes.
That's the first thing.
He's got to G up. He's got to G up. He's got to G up. Because if he has to. You get what I'm saying?
If it's his brethren like that, he has to go and talk. And say, brother.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, but how do you tell your friend that you kissed with tongues?
But how do you tell your friends that you even danced with her?
Yeah, you was dancing there in Originals.
Kiss with tongues is gunshot.
And then kiss with tongues.
Kiss with tongues is gunshot.
But the thing is, she could have took it. She could have.
No, with tongues is gunshot.
Do you understand?
No, with tongues.
If she is,
with dancing with my gal is a madness.
Dancing, she went mad as well.
My man heard that I was in Originals dancing up with a man and kissing in tongues in Originals. He know that my drink got spiked.
There's bare reasons
in the middle of the field. That's an open festival, you know.
Wow.
You got spiked.
There's bare different levels of corn that need to fly around here. I'm telling you, there's bare different levels. You lot have all gone mad.
But he wants help, yeah? Everyone's gone. I don't even know what help to give him.
You're my brethren, she's my girl. Everyone's gone mad, to be honest with you.
I don't even know what help to give him.
Nah, there's no help. He hasn't got any help.
You've got to come clean.
He needs to tell his brethren what he's done, and if his brethren bangs him in the face, he needs to hold that one. Yeah. That's the advice for the day. And I can't even lie to you, I don't really give out that type of advice, but the only
if it was you, would you do that?
What if it was me?
You would tell your friend.
I'm definitely not going to put myself in that hot water. But if that was the fuckery that happened, I'd have to still. I would have to. Or we would have to. If I'm going down, you're going down too. I'm telling you, we're both going down. But I'm not doing that to my brethren.
Yeah, it's mad.
My brethren, you see my bona fide brethren, I don't have bare brethren like that. I don't know if I lie to you. I've got them, I can definitely count them on one hand and have space. I've got bare associates. But you see my brethren, I couldn't do it to. I just know I couldn't do it to. I couldn't do it to. Definitely couldn't do it.
And I bet you as much as that sounds like that to us, I bet you it's happened enough times.
Yeah, 100%.
People most probably have gone festival enough times, you know that?
What? Listen,
and got lagged and they were like, oh my God, what the fuck have I just done? Do you know what I mean?
If I'm being realer than most right now, I'm telling you, as an artist, do you know how many different people, different people's, like, I don't know, artists and whatever.
Still, I just wanted to
I was, but he's answering me, isn't he?
No, how much different artists,
DJs to that side, you get me, but
DJs and MCs or whatever else it is, misses are slyly watching other MCs at the corner of their eye. Listen, I could tell you some stories. Like,
is there anything that you can tell us though, quickly?
Is there anything I could tell you without calling names?
One little thing without calling names.
Without calling no names. Yeah. So imagine these times when I was doing my fraud boy stuff, whatever else it is.
Yeah.
I linked up with an artist who's a top 10 artist right now in the country. Like, if you think about us, you definitely think about them. 100%.
Yeah.
Like, definitely top tier right now.
Yeah.
Cool. So, I was doing a little fraud boy job. This is before they blew like that. This is tsunami times, and they had. Oh, look, I'm saying things about.
Wait a minute. Have we moved from the dilemma?
Huh? Yeah. Long time.
I didn't even know. Now I've gone to get the book, innit?
Oh.
What are you learning about?
Huh?
No, nothing.
I left to get the book whilst we was talking about the dilemma. I've sat back. I didn't know we moved on from the dilemma. Like, I've got back. You don't even know what you lot are talking about. Nah, but come on.
Oh my God!
I didn't know what's going on. But every episode we got.
What happened? We ain't finished. Go
the
on.
dilemma. What?
Yeah,
I thought you said we finished the dilemma a long time.
Yeah, what was we saying? We ain't even told him, like, so what's he got to do?
So we didn't finish the dilemma a long time then. Okay.
Right, we didn't actually. Come on.
Yeah, what's the advice have we got for this guy?
He needs to tell his brethren. That's the
we did. Yeah, shit. We did.
He needs to tell his brethren still.
Yeah, I knew we did.
All right. Now, but every episode we give them a different book to go and read. This episode is How to Change Your Mind. The New Science of Psychedelics by Michael Pollan. A sweeping and often thrilling chronicle of the history of psychedelics, all interwoven with Pollan's adventures as a psychedelic novice. This is a serious work of history and science, but also one in which the author, under the influence of toad venom, becomes convinced he's giving birth to himself. That was by The Guardian. I know, madness. Pollan makes losing your mind sound like the sanest thing a person could do. A mind-altering book full of transformations. You know what it is? What? I picked this book here because it said how to change your mind. Yeah. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I just thought, well, that might be interesting. How to change my mind. The new science of psychedelics.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It sounded a bit funny to me, that one. That came in, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But how to change your mind. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
For the better. Just in case there's some...
You know what I'm saying? The science of psychedelics.
I don't know what's that Scientology business. I don't know.
No, what is psychedelics? Still.
Sound like drugs to me.
What's psychedelics?
Sound like mushrooms and LSD to me. I swear that's what psychedelics are. LSD.
Yeah, it talks about addiction, depression.
Yeah.
Dying.
Drugs, man. That's what they're talking about.
Psychotherapy. Madness. But yeah. You get what I'm saying? Give you the most goods.
Much appreciated. These are the people that treat me. You see? Yeah. You see, black people, look, this is how we like to be treated, you know? Them things they have to do now. Much appreciated, much appreciated. Much appreciated. I got my little face mask.
Yeah.
I see, man, I love how you help more time, you know. So, and this one looks proper as well.
Yeah.
The quality looks proper.
Yeah,
I like that. This is definitely me still.
www.reallythemost.com.
Tell them again. I appreciate that. You know how about it is? I'm wearing this on my show tonight. How about that?
Yeah.
And I'm wearing this on my show tonight.
Yeah, you know that goes with the checky.
Yeah.
Keep it really the most.
This is tonight's show wear.
Yes.
But what was you lot talking about though?
Yeah, I want to hear. I want to know. Yeah, you have to fill us. You have to give us that.
No, I'm saying, what was you lot talking about before I done the book?
So go on.
No, we was just talking about how people in this industry mix up.
Yeah, so go on.
No, so basically one time I was doing my fraud boy thing or whatever else it is, and there was a certain top tier artist that came to link me or whatever else it is at the time. At the time they wasn't top tier yet, but they're now they're superstarring. So they came to link me to do this little job or whatever in Tottenham Court Road, but it consisted of a third party. So they brought this girl, yeah. So boom, as the day's going on, you're doing your thing, making out money or whatever else it is, boom, boom, boom. Later on, the girl's doing what she's doing in the shop. chatting to my man, and obviously he's giving me the lowdown on who she is. But it's another man in the industry's baby mum. You get me? But obviously at the time, if you like, I was signed to a
that sounds like a new dilemma. Go on.
No, bruv, I'm telling you, it was very much. And I was sitting there and I'm like, I was with my man yesterday, and he signed to the same label as me. The person whose baby mum it is, I was in the room with them yesterday, chilling, laughing, kicking. But because we're not brethren, this is not my business. You know, them ones there, that's my stance on it. But blood, man's in there, and my man said, yeah, man was skinning her out before I came there. And I'm like, oh, is that what she's really on? Yeah, he's like, yeah, a couple man a beat. Rah-rah-rah's beat, such and such as beat, such and such as beat. I'm like, right, is this how certain man's industry baby mums? This mad, like, there's certain people in the industry that have the same baby mum.
Yeah, that's standard. There's certain man in the hood. There's certain man in the hood that's got the same baby mum.
In the hood standard, but in the music industry, there's certain people that have the same baby mums and that. Like, it's mad that share baby mums and that. Mad.
But yeah, but respect for coming true though.
But
Yes.
Appreciate it big time. Appreciate it big time. Thank
appreciate
you very much.
it. Yep. Come on.
Do you know what I mean?
Pick you up.
Much appreciated.
Thanks for all the PayPal and Cash App donations that you haven't been sending, but thanks for the ones that you're gonna be sending. You get up, trying to take it. You don't want to see me on the chain tracks. You get what I'm saying? So, boom.
Yeah.
Thanks for rocking with us. Big up the listeners. Big up the viewers. You get what I'm saying? Spit on who forgets spat on in their big face. You know what I'm saying?
The Evolution of Mr. Lewis EP is out right now on all digital platforms, by the way. Don't forget that.
Come on, follow the Queen.
Ice Cream, the poster girl on Instagram. Queen Ice Cream on Queen Ice Cream TV on YouTube. And Poster Girl Lashes as well.
Come on.
Don't forget.
Follow me at big_bad_spray. Twitter at young_spray. At RTM Clothing Original for the clothing. Don't forget to follow the Instagram page as well at RTM Podcast Show. Follow my G.
Yes, follow me on all digital platforms as Mr. Durrty, Durrty spelled DURRTY. Again, Durrty Skanx on Amazon, Snapchat, Google, if you want Google me too. All of these things, you know what I mean? So again, thank you lot for having me.
Come on,
much appreciated. I appreciate having good conversations, man.
Yeah, no, come on, man. This is what's needed. You get what I'm saying?
I appreciate
people for sit down and
100%. I got to get you lot on my show next now. That's the next step. That's the next step.
Yeah, definitely.
RTM to the world and them girl.